This is the first in a series of training videos in the Landsweeper ticketing system. This video will demonstrate how to create a work order. So we'll go to the Help Desk tab, open a new work order. Now the subject line does not need to tell the whole story, but it needs to be a brief description of the issue. That being said, some examples of bad subject lines are "the computer won't work." Computer won't work is not a good subject line. Hardware problem, not a good subject line. A good subject line is classroom instructor computer won't wake up and fan is making a loud noise in C1602. Now the type field has a lot of different options. It defaults to the general service desk. You can see the interface options with that selection. You can change it to account management. The interface options change. Email and Outlook and the interface options change. For our training purposes, we're selecting hardware. Now the priority, mission critical is the very first priority. It's for external pros and internal pros only. Some examples of mission critical issues are system-wide email outage, internet connectivity is lost at one or more campus locations, or network storage is unavailable at one or more campus locations. For our training purposes, we're making this a fire priority. All of the priority levels have different time resolution times attached to them. Fire is 60 minutes. Now if you hold the cursor over any of the question marks, it will give a brief description of the menu items available. Using the drop down, most of them are self-explanatory. BG is for Brighton. ALC is the Adult Learning Center at the Larimer campus. For our training purposes, we're using BCC. The room number is C1602. Our hardware type is a computer. It's a computer problem. And then the computer type is a desktop computer. Now we'll go to the agent field. There's always the option to set yourself as the agent. An agent can be a student worker, an IT technician, an IT professional, or a team. We're going to assign this to the BCC IT Help Desk. So we're going to open that and we're going to do a search on FRCC, and we're going to select the BCC IT Service Desk. The subscriber field, an example of subscribers. If an agent is going to be on vacation for a few days, a secondary agent can be added to be the backup while the primary agent is out. You might want a student worker to be selected as a subscriber. So you would give the student worker read-only view for the work order and then select the student worker as a secondary subscriber. We're going to select Bill Baker. We're going to skip the assets concerning for the time being, and I will demonstrate why. We're going to go to the user concerning field. Once again, you always have the option to set yourself as the user concerning, but we know this is concerning a James Vernon. He's an instructor, so we're going to search for him. Last name, comma, space, and you can just type his first initial, and there's James Vernon. Now we can go back to the assets concerning field, and it narrows that menu option down to only the assets associated with James Vernon. We're going to type in our room number, C1602, and there it is. That's the machine that we're concerned about. The source of this was a phone call. And the agent-initiated field is an option to send a copy of the work order to the requester. I like that. I like sending copies of the work orders to the people that call them in, so I make that selection. We're not going to deal with set personal and add CC user right now. Now it's time to populate the notes field. The level of detail used in the notes field will depend on the level of technical difficulty or involvement in the scenario. For our purposes here, C1602, instructor can't get computer to respond. It's making a loud noise. Class starts in 15 minutes. Is descriptive enough. We'll click on Send to save the work order. We can go to the Actions tab. Change state to open. And then the ticket details tabs that open up are there's an assets, and there's the asset associated with the work order. The user info tab has James Vernon information in it. All of these are populated with very useful information.